Hello everyone, CompleteIndie here, and welcome to Battle of Wits, the series for commander decks on a budget. With Streets of New Capenna whipping fast around the corner, I wanted to build around a really cool commander from the set, and I have a lot of options. Rafine's card lends itself well to reanimator strategies, Ognis is an awesome haste tribal commander, and Falco Spara? Well, I don't know what I do with Falco quite yet, but it's a cool card. Ultimately, I sell for the mono-red commander Jaxis the Troublemaker. She's 4 mana and she's able to tap for 1 red and discarding a card to make a copy of a creature. The copy would have haste, will draw a card when it dies, but will be sacrificed at the beginning of the next end step. It can also be cast for 2 mana to gain that same haste draw sacrifice, this keyword being called Blitz. The strategy here is to manipulate Jaxis' ability to make copies of good cards, and go hard and fast with the copies of the creatures so that the originals can be kept out of harm's way. Basically a hands-off type of red deck. Blitzing our creatures... Blitzing? Does that work? Blitzing our creatures until we win. And to start off, we're running a bunch of ways to blitz our creatures. Jaxis, while good and in the command zone, is only one way. We need more, and cards like Fellhide Spiritbinder, Twin Flame, and Fable of the Mirror Breaker's Backside are all great ways to do this, even if some of them exile. Because some of these blitz effects exile, we're also running some sacrifice outlets to ensure they actually get sacrificed, letting us get our card draw. Besides, even when Jaxis's will die eventually, it's upside just to sack them for more value. Cards like Dreamshaper Shaman, Firmopod, and Kazul's Fury are all great ways to sacrifice creatures for various types of upside. Because of the discard in Jaxis' cost, we also run a small discard sub-theme. Cards like Surly Badgersaur, Blazing Root Walla, and Containment Construct for extra value. That said, with the core of our deck out of the way and in our library, now we need to draw from our library. Making these work well with our blitz effects is especially good, and cards like Hazoret's Monument, Outpost Siege, and good old-fashioned Solemn Simulacrum are all great ways to draw cards, especially in mono-red, and various benefits will be provided for doing so. We also get more cards like Anye's Ravager, Conspiracy Theorist, and Glinhorn Buccaneer. So, once we have our blitzing cards and whatnot, now we need reasons to blitz. Mog War Marshal, Mindclaw Shaman, and Spawn of Phraxis are all examples of red effects we want to have enter as much as we can. Coercive Recruiter and Molten Primordial, as well as Word of Seizing, are also great to steal our opponent's creatures. We can blitz and sacrifice the tokens. We can even sacrifice the originals to stop them from going back. Ways of going wide with tokens include Mere Battlesphere, Siege Gang Commander, Suzoka-Kon's Crucible of Defiance. These will further advance our plan of overwhelming the board. And we also run some cards that are generically good in mono-red. Castle Embereth, Magus of the Moon, and Forbrun, Fane of Red Fell are all great, and in my personal opinion should be staples in most, if not all, mono-red decks. The deck also runs a decent amount of removal too to help keep us and our creatures safe. You find some prisoners, Obsidian Charmaw, and especially Girid's Belligerence thanks to our token sub-theme, all serve as varying types of removal to deal with our opponent's board. Finally, we have some ramp within the deck, Emrakul's Hatcher, Hadron Archive, and Myriad Landscape to name some of these effects, of decent ways for our deck to generate additional mana to catch up and even outspeed our opponents. With all that said and done, the deck comes up to approximately $100. Jaxis is honestly super fun, and I can't tell you the amount of times I've actually just played this deck for reasons other than playtesting it as today's episode. It's just really fun. You can find a link to the deck on Moxfield down in the description below, and I really hope you enjoy causing trouble just as much as I did. If you did enjoy it, consider commenting, and subscribing. You'll get notified when I upload next, and it would really help me out. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Until then, ciao.